we're live.
We are live.
Good afternoon.
It made me think as we were going live, the last picture that was snapped of me, for the live picture on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gracious.
Was it a
goodness.
good one?
I got to do like this the whole time to prevent that from happening again.
It always catches me laughing.
Well, that's a good thing because it always catches me with my mouth open or my eyes closed. I mean, if I did this, it's going to catch me like that. Y'all watch. That's what it's going to be.
Oh, it always catches me laughing.
December the 10th.
December the 10th.
Hello from Alabama. It's 4:00 here. Don't know what time it is where you are, but I read somewhere today where somebody said it was December the 11th. So I did have to double check the date because I thought it was the 10th.
It's the 10th.
Now, it may be the 11th where they were.
Maybe.
I don't know where I saw it, and I'm not going to attempt to go back and try to find it.
December 10th.
How about it?
How about it? And it is, I've been reading some of the comments before we got started, and I think most of the comments are just like us. It is nasty and raining here.
It is raining, but we're not complaining.
Not at all, because we need that rain.
We do. We need the rain, and we were actually hoping for a little bit more than what we've got. Our gauge, we told y'all, is not working absolutely properly.
It's trying to work.
But Miss Catherine told me that hers showed like 6/10.
Is that all?
Not 6/10.
We gotta be well over an inch, I think.
What did she tell me? There she is.
Rain equals laundry day.
Catherine,
how much rain have we got in the last 2 days or today?
I can't remember what she told me. There it is. Read it quick.
6/10 of an inch. Man, it looks like it had more than that, but I guess so.
I was hesitant to say that because that's what I thought I read, but maybe our gauge is working properly.
Maybe it is.
Because we were thinking, there's no way we've had more than that. It's
because it quit working, and so
it's puddles everywhere, and it just seems like, but nothing's been heavy. It's been a good, steady rain.
We need it bad. This is like, I know 4 months of us being in the top 2. How would I put that?
The lowest rain months of the year?
Of like the last 130 years. 4 months in a row. We've been either 1 or 2.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been
We
bad.
need the rain. We're not going to complain about it. I know we haven't had enough to make a visible difference in the pond. And that's because our supplemental water, which was the well, we have yet to put a pipe underground. Of course.
Yeah.
Y'all know we've been busy. We've got a lot of things going, but there was no point in leaving that blue pipe that we bought there for temporary use when it had some little squirting going out everywhere. And, all of it wasn't reaching the pond. So
it was bad.
It was being wasted.
It was bad. I saw somebody ask, did I get the package for Holly? And yes.
Yes.
We're kind of saving it. We opened it up, saw it, so we maybe saving it for Christmas for.
Yes.
Or either way, I'm going to video it.
Yes. Holly was wanting. Jason told her, he said, Holly, this is for you. I better not say her name too loud because she's over here since it's raining outside. But she was really excited. And I told Jason, I said, we need to not give her that right now. And she didn't know it was something for her. She
just thought I was calling her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holly got a new prize from me the other day. I found a Nerf gun that shoots tennis balls for a dog. And y'all know Jason's arm's been messed up, but it's been his left arm. But still, you're not in a position where you were 25 years ago where you could throw the ball long distance. So you've been using that launcher.
Hey, that thing's the ticket now.
But this particular item caught my eye.
Yep.
And I got it for Holly, but we haven't been able to try it yet. I was just thinking what happened to make me get it, but we'll talk about that later.
Her new toy?
Yeah. Well, you got something to say?
I got stuff written down, but I don't.
Okay. Well, y'all know that there was football all evening Saturday, well, all day Saturday and all evening Saturday. And so my mom, Mary Carl, and myself decided to go to Alabaster.
Girls trip.
Girls trip. And we did just that. My mama went in TJ Maxx. She said she hadn't been in TJ Maxx in a minute. So we made a mistake because obviously all the women were not watching football because they were all in TJ Maxx. And the line was like S-shaped all the way around.
That's what you told me.
We were in line for almost an hour. No kidding.
Wow.
And while we didn't have that many things to purchase, I wasn't about to leave because my mama was excited to be there and she had found some things. So we just kind of made conversation in line and didn't fuss about it. But it was our fault for going on a Saturday evening.
Yep.
But that's where I got Holly's tennis ball launcher that we've yet to be able to try out. I think it started raining Sunday night, didn't it?
It did a little bit, and then and it was off and on yesterday, and it's been off and on today.
No, that wasn't Sunday night. Saturday night.
Saturday night.
That's
Did it
when I
rain
went.
Saturday night?
I don't know.
I don't remember raining Saturday night.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember raining Saturday night.
So anyway, we had fun. We went out to eat, and we had a lot of giggles and a lot of laughs, and just a fun trip.
Fun trip.
Jason and his girl Holly stayed at home and watched football.
Watch football.
Didn't go the way he wanted it to.
Oh, no, it didn't go the way I was about to say, but Saturday, Caden about worked me to death.
Yeah, Jason needed me to leave so he could rest, and I wouldn't give him anything to do for the rest of the day.
Oh, me.
Caden, boy, that little fella.
He puts me to work now.
He works very hard, and Jason feels like he needs to go with him, especially if it's something he's never done before.
Well, and I've always been like this, even when I was at the dealership, and I was the parts and service director, the manager. I feel like that, if it's a big job, then, I need to help. I need to oversee it, and I need to help. I need to help. I'm the manager, and I need to help. And that's how I've always been. I cannot just sit there and watch somebody. You know what I mean?
And I must say, we've told y'all that Caden's an excellent kid, and it's no different. I mean, he's worked for us, 5 times so far?
I think so.
And all of the times he's been here, he showed up incredibly early. Lets me know when he's on his way. Just very polite, and you don't have to tell him something twice.
Talking about him, he was we were in the barn, and he helped me unload the feed, which I told you that's one thing I can't stand doing. And he helped me unload the feed. So we unloaded the feed together, and we're in the barn, and we're getting the feed, and he saw Derek had left me a pile of horseshoes. The farrier left me a pile of horseshoes, and because he didn't want them, and I was just gonna hang them up. I wasn't gonna do nothing special with them. I had no plans. He said, "Do you want them?" I said, "I'll take them." And I was just gonna hang them up, just decorations.
And you did a good job because you hung one up on
Did
Pocket.
you like that one?
I did. I do, I should say. Pocket's gate has a little horseshoe.
And so their pile was there, and he said, "Mr. Jason, you gonna do anything with those horseshoes?" And I said, "Nope." I said, "I was just gonna hang them up." He said, "Well, I'm practicing welding and want to know, could he have them?" And I said, "Absolutely, you can have them." And end up leaving them in my truck. So the next time he comes, I got to give them to him. But maybe Derek's watching this, and Derek will say, "You know what? I got a mess more horseshoes you can
He might say, "I got an 18-wheeler load." But you know what I'm hoping?
Oh, me. What's that?
I'm hoping that Caden learns how to weld well enough where he can show me, because I want somebody. I mean, yes, I would love to learn from somebody that's very experienced, but he's in the learning process, so we could kind of learn together.
Yep.
If we had what we needed, then he could practice here, and we could all practice.
That's right.
Have a welding class.
I could find him stuff to practice on.
Oh, I could too. As long as it sticks, we're good to go.
Yep.
And And that's a lot of times just all we need is just something to mend back together.
Oh, it's a farm. It don't have to be pretty.
I mean, people pride themselves on beautiful
Mhm.
welds. I know this, but I don't care what it looks like.
Mm-mm. I
Isn't
don't care what it looks like either.
nobody's ever gonna see what we need welded.
Mm-mm. Not at all. But yeah, he's been doing awesome as always. No, just I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Yes, we
Big
couldn't
time.
be.
I was just thinking today while I was recording my video, since he's been here, look at all the stuff we have gotten done when he comes.
You know, I mean, it's amazing.
And it's not just big projects, it's little stuff too. Like he's helped me clean the chicken coop out, helped me unload the feed.
He put all that mulch out.
Yeah, so
He got
it's
pine straw
pine
put
straw
out.
put out. So yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of things that probably would not have gotten done otherwise.
And I do find myself like with the mulch. And so he's putting the mulch out. And I could just say, hey, go put the mulch out, and let me know when you're done. And then we got some other things to do. But I explained to him why we're putting the mulch out. And then I told him, let's don't get it close to the trees. We don't get it around the trees, but we don't want it around the trunk. And why we don't want mulch piled up around the trunk of the tree. So it's not just, him working. I hope he's learning something too.
Yeah. I think he learned something because I did. When I was taking the tractor and moving all the mulch over there, I told you to make sure Caden knew that I could move more mulch over there.
Yeah.
Don't spread it out too thin, use what we've got. And you said, yeah, because if you put it around the base of the trees or the plants, it'll rot the stem of it or
possibly could rot the stem.
The root system. Yeah. So you kind of wanted it pulled out to be thin around the base of the trunk, which I would have thought that you would just pile it up there to keep it warm.
Yep. No, I mean, and some people do, and it doesn't affect it, but I mean, there's always a chance.
So, but you wanted it pulled away.
I wanted it pulled away because I don't want to, I don't want to take a chance at all of it messing up.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
So, he follows directions. He asks questions. He wants things to be proper, and couldn't ask for a better kid.
That's right.
And I know Catherine feels the same way because without Miss Catherine, we would have never known about Caden.
I know it.
I just
maybe need to bake Catherine a cake or something.
You think?
Yeah.
She needs to bake me a cake.
Oh man. Yeah, I did put landscape cloth around my fruit trees to help with the weeds, but the weeds still come through. But I did do that around all that.
The fruit orchard looks really, really good.
It does, but the mulch helps keep moisture retained in that area is the main thing, and it does help keep the weeds at bay, and it looks nice.
It looks nice. Yeah. We still got to put some finishing touches on the muscadines and the grapes and kiwis and what other is
That's it. We got muscadines and our table grapes and the kiwi.
We're going to trellis those. So we did not put mulch around those yet because we want to get the post in the ground and all the other work done before we put mulch there.
Catherine's got it figured out.
Why?
She says Zoe needs to bake both of us a cake.
Oh, she did, Catherine. She did. She baked us one for Thanksgiving.
It just dawned on me.
What's that?
So for you, I am the official taste tester.
Yeah.
And maybe I ought to be Zoe's official taste tester too, because I'm an expert.
You might not be able to fit beside me if you start doing everybody's taste testing.
I'm just saying she might need a professional taste tester, and I'm here, Zoe.
My stuff is questionable. Her stuff is not questionable.
If you need a professional taste tester, I will.
You're available?
I will, yes, and I would offer my services for free.
Only to our very good friends.
Yep, that's right.
Oh goodness. So I saw somebody said, "Are you still freeze drying?" Well, actually, I had a video come out today where we freeze dried.
That's right.
Well, I freeze dried something, and Jason got to do a little taste test at the end. So if you hadn't seen that, it was an awkward day for me. My schedule is usually Sunday and Thursday, but there's Zoe. Oh, that's Nick. I'll let her know.
I don't care what flavor she comes up with, Nick. We're good.
Anything goes. He'll give his honest opinion.
Yeah, I will.
But obviously, if y'all saw the video, then you saw that Sunday was, well, it was kind of an off day for us.
Yeah,
And
our schedule
I
got
don't
really
mean
messed
off
up.
in a way that we didn't do anything. I
Mhm.
mean off schedule.
Yeah.
Um, Jason obviously watched some football Saturday,
Yep.
and I told him, I said, why don't you just edit my videos Sunday morning when you get up, because he gets up early. So that was the plan, was to edit my video early.
It was.
And lo and behold, before I got my coffee poured,
Oh man.
I had an email from Mr. Head.
Yep.
And he informed me of a situation that we went and tried to resolve with the rescue donkey and rescue emu in Gunnersville, Alabama.
Yep. Gunnersville, Alabama, at the state park over there. And it didn't go as we had planned. Honestly, listen, we are not professional rescuers at all. And
never claimed to be.
Never claimed to be, and every animal we ever gotten is always just walked up in the trailer. And, when we pulled up there, the donkey was standing there and you could feed it through the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew without a shadow of a doubt that donkey was going to walk right up in that trailer. And it never did. It was just too
wide open.
It was just a little too nervous. It never did. We were there for a while too.
Yes.
Over 2 hours, I know. Maybe, I don't know. It was a minute. It was a good long minute.
I think it was probably more like 3 hours because we got there around midday, and it was after 3 o'clock when we left.
Yeah, we was there a good little minute. So and we never let up. We tried several different things. As a matter of fact, some of my camera batteries died. They can only record for so much.
It was a long process, and we didn't want to give up, y'all. We wanted to keep going, and
then the situation that, as I started wondering, is that what if we catch one of these animals and can't catch the other?
That was Mr. Head's concern as well.
So then, that started, coming in my mind. And anyways, lo and behold, right now, they're still okay. And we think, well, I take that. We don't know how long these particular animals have been there, but we know that there's been animals in that area for quite some time. We had somebody reach out to us and said that they've been fishing in that state park at Lake Gunnersville since 2011, and there's always been animals in that area.
And we don't know if those two have been there that long.
No idea.
But from their behavior, while they were friendly and they were not scared to death of us, they also were not interested in going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no reason for them to leave if there was somebody there that could take care of them and feed them. But it's gotten to the point, I think, where that's not possible. And the gentleman that's been feeding them actually lives over an hour away.
Yep.
So he drives down and feeds them a couple of times a week. And he's been doing that since September. And he really just wants the animals to know that they're being cared for.
And the park of it also wants to
rehome
them too. So.
Yeah. So it's a multi people operation that hopefully something will get done about it.
Right.
Hopefully there will be a resolution. But like we said, we can only do so much because we don't have equipment.
We're not professionals at all. And, us not being professionals, I saw some people reach out to me and said, we could have thrown a rope around its neck. And y'all, I'm not, we're just, it's just something we never done before. And
I don't want to potentially hurt an animal.
And I don't want one of us to get hurt. That was the other thing. That's why I was, pretty cautious with the whole thing. Because within the blink of the eye, that donkey could kick, and there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's instantaneous.
That's right.
I mean, it's
half
a second.
Mary Carl was there with us, and we were very cautious about her. It seemed that the donkey was more willing to go to her
Mhm.
than it was to us.
Right.
And while that was fine and dandy, we also were worried about her safety. I
Yep,
mean,
that's right.
if the donkey got scared, it could turn around, it could kick her. And the same with the emu.
Mhm.
Emu kicks forward, it doesn't kick backwards. So while we did not see any of that happen, we didn't see any attempts to kick or any frustration by the animals. We do know it could happen.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. But we did see that, when we try to put a little pressure and we were all crowded around them
They
and
didn't.
walking to them, I mean, just boom, and it ran, and I'm talking just
split second.
right by us, and so. But anyways, the communications out there, the videos out there, so the word is getting out there about the situation, and we will keep you guys posted as soon as we hear something or something changes for sure.
And this was a spur of the moment kind of thing. We got.
Oh yeah, we got we got the information on Sunday, and we left Sunday, and we gathered everything we thought we could gather at the time.
And we'd never seen the enclosure. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't.
Nothing.
We took a pillowcase with us in case we knew that would help an emu to not be able to see its surroundings if we got the opportunity. But
you couldn't get that close to the emu.
Never became available.
Yeah, you couldn't get that close to the emu at all.
So we only knew what we were told, and the gentleman, he offered to buy us gas.
Yeah,
he was very appreciative for us coming. He hated the fact that we couldn't get them, but it was of no fault of anybody's. He just was trying to help the animals, as were we.
Yeah,
I mean, that was our goal.
That's right.
And not to say they would have stayed at Coghill Farm. We just wanted to help them to where they could get in a situation where they could be, safe and fed on a schedule.
Yep. And we were going to keep them separated from our animals. So,
right.
Yeah.
That was priority number one.
And then I was going to get Dr. D to come check the donkey out, but he doesn't know much about emus. He doesn't know anything about emus.
Yes.
Nobody
Everything he knows about emus is what we've told him, it seems.
Yeah. So anyways, but the communication's still open. We're still conversing with the gentleman. And if anything changes, we will definitely let you guys know.
That's right.
Sure. And
we were even told that the emu on the phone was a female, and that was unconfirmed by eggs being laid. That was just a suspicion. When we got there and we laid eyes on it, we immediately, almost without a doubt, realized that it was a male.
Yeah, we think it's a male.
He was much smaller, even smaller than Nugget, and the females tend to be the larger of the two. So yes, we think it's a male emu and a female donkey.
Saw somebody say that Lake Guntersville is the largest lake in Alabama.
That's right. It's like 144 square miles or something like that.
It's huge. And they said it's great birding spots. Yes, Mary Carl was so excited when we were going there. And then on the way back, since we didn't have anything, we did stop at one spot, and she saw several loons and 3 or 4 different types of gulls.
Yeah.
So she was happy about that.
Yeah. And she's on board if we were to have to make another trip.
I'm sure.
She's not staying home.
That's right. Absolutely.
But we did not get home until very late that night.
It was real late. And one reason, though, was we got hungry.
We did.
So we were thinking,
we worked right through lunch.
We didn't eat lunch.
We took some peanuts and some different snacks, but we needed real food.
And so, we dislike fast food.
As much as possible.
And I had showed you this place that I had never heard of, and all my friends haven't heard of it either. And I actually didn't even think about it, but you and Mary Carl did. And it's called
Bama Bucks.
Bama Bucks. And it seems like a really, really cool place. And they serve, your typical, kind of a steakhouse, but they also have wild game, which includes, pheasant and bison and quail and elk, that kind of thing. And so we're very interested in going.
Yes. And literally, y'all, it was probably 2 weeks ago that Jason sent this to me, and he said, I want to go here someday.
Yep. And that was it. And we were going to make a trip to go up there. And so it just so happens you said, "Well, I wonder how far we are from that place." Literally, like
It was 14 miles from where we were at the time, but it was on our route
on our
home.
route. We had to take a 2-mile detour, and that was it. And it was awesome. I saw somebody. The lodge was wonderful and has wonderful food. It does. It was really, really great. All the reviews I saw were 5 stars. I didn't see anything negative about it.
Well, I'd give it a 6.
And everything was their service. Their service is top notch. It is. It's not just a restaurant. It's like an antique shop and a general store. It has a lot of antiques, and it's totally different than anything you've ever seen. And it has.
It's an experience.
We didn't go through it, but it has a little like a park that you walk through that has like a zoo.
It's an exotic animal park.
It blew my mind. It really did.
They closed at 5:00, and this was probably 3:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a limited time that we were going to be there, and there was a wait list at 3:30 in the afternoon. We had to wait about 20 minutes probably, which was what we found out was a good short time to wait. But we didn't have time to go through the animal part of it, but we could see when we drove up that it was a sight to see.
It was amazing. Just I don't know. It was cool.
They love Bama Bucks.
I mean, it is unreal.
It would be worth the drive just to go there, in my opinion.
Yeah, the food was amazing, the service was amazing, and the atmosphere was amazing. I was just unreal.
And I've told y'all before that I stay cold all the time. I stay cold. Well, guess what? We got seated right beside a wood burning fireplace. And I'm telling you what, when I first sat down,
it felt so
I
good.
thought I'm going to have to move a chair over because this is really, really warm. But as the as the time went on, I was so appreciating that fire being there. It felt so good.
The wood burning fireplace was amazing. It's a log cabin. Everything's a log cabin.
It's kind of like Bass Pro Shop, the atmosphere and the, just the feel of it.
Yep.
You would kind of need to be an outdoorsy kind of person, I guess you would say, to like that feel.
Maybe so. I would guess so. I don't know. It's a real cozy, warm feeling. It's a log cabin. The store was cool. I mean, everything about it was cool. Everything about it was cool. Somebody wanted to know, what did we have? Well,
I said, I am not coming somewhere like this and eating something normal.
Right.
And that was my bottom line, is I'm not eating something that you can get at any restaurant.
So you had elk steak.
I did.
And you had a sweet potato that you said was unbelievable.
I wish I could duplicate that sweet potato tonight.
And the elk steak had a blackberry sauce.
It did.
And you had asparagus.
Now, we had looked at the menu a couple of weeks ago when Jason sent it to me.
Yep.
Mary Carl and I were just talking, and I showed it to her, and she had already decided what she was going to get. So do y'all remember back when we first started, some of you may, we raised quail.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, of course, we ate quail, back then. And I don't know that we've ever eaten quail anywhere but our farm.
Yeah.
I
don't think so. I think I had, way down years ago, but.
Well, it's just something that she
enjoyed.
She enjoyed. It was, if you had to ask her favorite food, she'd say quail.
Yeah.
And so she knew when she looked at the menu and quail was offered that that's what she was going to have. And indeed, she did.
She had quail, biscuits and gravy. And mashed potatoes.
Yes. And then she had something, green beans.
Green beans. That's what it was. Green beans. And then I had looked at the menu previously, and I was leaning towards the pheasant. But if I ever go to anywhere new, I always ask the server what's their favorite. And she said the elk steak and the bison ribeye.
And that was on the exotic part of the menu. We weren't going to eat. We weren't going to eat chicken, and we weren't going to eat any kind of beef.
Right.
We were there for something different.
Somebody want to know, did you see the sloth? Y'all did.
Well, yes.
I did. So I got.
You might want to tell people what you just said, because they might not.
Oh no! So You tell them because I didn't see it.
Well, it was a gift shop area. And so Mary Carl wanted to go in there, and Jason was just enjoying the atmosphere sitting down. And Mary Carl said, Mama, did you see the sloth? And I said, what? And she said, the sloth. And I said, no, I don't see a sloth. And about that time, she pointed to me, and there was an enclosure in the corner of the gift shop. It was glass all the way around it. In the very tip top of the tree was a sloth that, you guessed it, was asleep. And it's just part of the atmosphere there.
Yeah. And I didn't see it, but y'all did. I had the bison ribeye, and I had a baked potato, and I had, gosh, what was my other side? It was also good. I can't remember the side.
The beans, the cowboy
beans. That's what it was. That was it.
Cowboy beans.
Yeah,
but also
so
in
good.
that store, they had
this was unreal too.
So if any of y'all have ever been to our last meet and greet in Jemison, Mr. Roy and Rachel had a display of their honeybees, and it looked very similar to this, which is 6 frames, and they were actually in the wall, and you could watch the bees doing their thing inside a clear piece of plexiglass that was created to be like a hive. But it was quite cool. And of course, I've seen this before, but if you hadn't ever seen bees, you could have found yourself standing there for quite some time.
I took a picture of the inside.
And this was Mary Carl's quail plate. We took pictures of all of our food. Let's see.
I don't see mine no more. I must have deleted them.
This was Jason's. This was the bison ribeye and the potato and beans. And mine was phenomenal. This was the elk and the sweet potato and the asparagus. But it was all very good.
It was good.
Mary Carl liked the bison and the elk.
She did.
Then Jason liked mine, and I liked his.
I will say that was one of the best steaks I've ever had, ever. It was absolutely unreal.
It was good.
It was good.
It was worth the drive. Of course, they don't know us from, I'm going to say it, Adam's House Cat. But if you are in Alabama and you would like to go somewhere special, I think there were 3 birthdays that took place in there while we were in there. So it's a special place. It's not somewhere that I would find myself going regularly.
Yep.
It's a birthday kind of place, but it's worth it.
In
my opinion, it's well worth it.
It was good. It was really good. Yeah, it's something that you would, would be for us a special event type of thing.
Yes, it was a memorable experience. And we had a long day, and it was somewhere we had planned on going anyway. So Mary Carl said, "This is where I want to come for my birthday." And then Jason said, "This is where I want to come for my birthday." And guess what Brooke said? "This is where I want to come for my birthday."
But you don't want to tell them it's your birthday.
No.
Unless you don't mind being pointed out. Oh my gracious.
You wear horns.
So they give you antlers. They give you antlers, and you put on, where is it? Oh gosh, we forgot. It's
Bama Bucks, and it's in Sardis, Alabama, but not the Sardis near Selma.
Yeah, there's a Sardis near us, but it's not. This one's near Boaz, if I'm not mistaken.
Or near
Gunnersville, up that way, North Alabama. But they ring this big loud bell, and all the waiters and waitresses come, and you put on antlers, and they sing this little happy birthday song. But trust me, everybody knows it's your birthday.
Everybody knows it's your birthday.
Everybody knows.
I would love for them to come sing to me on my birthday.
Yes.
But Mary Carl, on the other hand, would be very embarrassed. So it's just kind of a personal thing.
Yep. It was good. It was absolutely good.
But I've never eaten elk before. I've never eaten bison either. But both of them were equally as good to me. Jason's had a little bit more flavor than mine did. Just his was almost like a very good beef steak, whereas mine was a good steak, but it was a different flavor.
Yeah, it wasn't gamey.
It wasn't gamey at all.
It's just a little different.
Yeah. And elk is supposed to be really good for
It's
you.
one of the most healthiest ones out there. Yeah.
So I must say, while I don't hunt, if we had elk, and I've never eaten any deer meat
Hmm.
that I remember.
We have
I have eaten it in like spaghetti and
something like
things,
that.
but not to where I remember the flavor of
I
it.
got
Does
you.
that make sense?
Yep.
So I don't say I want to become a hunter, but that elk sure was good.
It was really good. Absolutely good.
Everything about the place was good.
Mm.
Had to get our dessert to come home.
We did. We were too full and got a chocolate cake, which was good.
Had a chocolate cake, and I bumped into Jason's leg carrying it outside, and it ended up upside down.
But it's still good.
It still ate very well.
It was still good. It was still delicious.
Oh, goodness.
But it was a good time. What was a good time? So that's how we, had a disappointing, trip with the emu and the donkey, but we ended up there. And so I don't know, it was pretty good. It was pretty
Yeah.
good. Yep.
And to know somebody was trying to help those animals was,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not giving up. So it's not like it was a hang your head moment.
Yep.
It's just a try again.
I saw several people ask how were the prices. For us, that's why we wouldn't eat there all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was crazy, over
you
the
can
top.
go online and look at the menu.
The prices are on there.
It's,
the prices are on there.
BamaBucks.com, I believe.
Bama Bucks, though. That's
BUCKS.
in Sardis, Alabama. It'd come up.
Let's see what it says.
But it was delicious. Had a good time. Really good time.
It's Bama-Bucks.com. Steakhouse and wild game restaurant. It's very unique. And I'd never heard of it before and lived Alabama in all my life.
I never heard of it either. Yep. Never heard of it. Bama Bucks they consider an upper level steakhouse price. I would guess so, but I've seen some steakhouses though that are way more than that too, so that we've never eaten it. You will walk on by.
That's right. We could order an appetizer and that'd be about it. Can I get an appetizer and a glass of water, please?
That's the ones I'm talking about where they don't even put no prices on there. Because if you got to ask, then you don't need to be in there.
That's right. That is right. So while we were away Sunday, unexpectedly, I got a message from Pocket's mama, and they wanted to come for a visit. So they came and they did their thing, and we told them we were sorry we weren't going to be there.
That's right.
But of course, they came and they got to visit with Pocket. And I just wanted to update people to know that they are still coming to see her. And they said they imagine it's a little bit confusing for her because she lives with us and then they come to see her. But Pocket's doing very well.
She's doing great.
And they agreed.
Yep.
That, they could see her adjusting and settling in each time just more and more to where she seems comfortable.
Yep.
And her pig Peaches are just together forever.
Y'all, I'm telling you. So I got a video coming out tomorrow. I just finished it. And if y'all are a long video fan, if you like the longer episodes, then this one's for you because it's a long one.
Don't just sit down with a cup of coffee. Get your breakfast, your lunch, and your coffee.
I just finished it, and I think it's 49 minutes long. So if you like the longer ones, you're gonna enjoy tomorrow's video. But y'all, them two, I swear, it is. Peaches is a different pig. Peaches literally is a different pig.
She's very happy, and I feel like Pocket is very happy as well. We didn't see her prior to. We did see her, but not in her element before she lived with another animal. We don't see the change as probably as much as her family does.
Right.
And they said, she seemed to be settling in very well. And we know that the two of them get along. So that's enough for us to know that it's a good combination.
It is. And Pocket needing Peaches is what, we all thought, but Peaches needed Pocket.
Yep.
And y'all, you on one hand, I feel a little guilty because, but we've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried.
And we couldn't go out and just buy an animal to see if Peaches would like it or not. That was kind of out of the question.
And after trying so many times, she didn't like Marshall, the other potbelly pig. She hasn't cared for any of the goats. She didn't, her and Mildred,
and she didn't like Loretta.
She didn't. Oh my gosh, her and Loretta.
That wasn't going to work.
No, not at all. She's just never bonded with any animal that we have had whatsoever. Zero.
And I feel like this is working.
Y'all, I'm talking about, they're like this. They literally are like this.
One of them goes out, the other one goes out behind it.
It is unreal.
Meaning out into the grass, into the yard.
It is absolutely unreal. That's right. Somebody said it's when you least expect it's when it happens. It sure does. It absolutely does. Bless her heart. So Peaches has got her a buddy.
She does. And a good one at that.
A good one at that.
Not to think that anything would ever get Peaches because we shut the doors at night and whatnot. But I think if that was ever attempted, Pocket's got her back.
Yep.
And while Pocket is not a donkey, she's still got some feet that could get after something.
She could. She really could. Yep. I'll see a lot of people saying Peaches is picky about people. She is picky about people too.
Isn't she, Catherine? And Zoe.
Man, she is. She really, really, really is.
And Mary Lou.
That's
my
right.
Mama. Yep. My mama loves Peaches, but Peaches has her pick on people, and she just she can be kind of ugly to them.
Yep. Somebody asked, how does Peaches react to Pocket's parents?
She's never showed any kind of.
Nope, nothing. So I don't.
She don't even get up when they're here.
She don't. She just ignores them. Honestly.
It's usually around 1:30 or 2 o'clock when they come, and that's Peaches gone to bed.
She's taking a nap.
She's usually she's done for the day at that point.
Yep. Her mid-afternoon nap.
Yeah, you're right. Which I don't think she gets up after that, Jason. So I think that's her night shift. Starts at about 1:30.
Oh man, Peaches and Pocket. Who would have thought? Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
So my chicks in the milk room are doing very, very well.
I peeked at them today.
Did you?
Yeah, they're getting big.
They are. They're growing. I got to have Plan B very soon.
They're getting big.
Plan B has got to come very soon.
You know what? We got the other extra stall.
Plan B is going to come very soon. It may involve Caden this weekend, though. It just may involve Caden.
Oh, somebody said Peaches may be taking pony rides at night.
He might be. Oh, goodness.
I can see Peaches, leading Pocket around with that lead rope in her mouth.
Yeah.
Come on, Pocket, let's go.
And Pocket would do what she told her to,
I believe so.
Goodness
I believe
gracious.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me. Somebody asked about my elbow. It flared up pretty good. It still hasn't gone all the way or not quit hurting, but it flared up pretty good today. But I think it's because of the weather.
It was bad Sunday.
It was bad Sunday. I have been wearing the little thing, the little strap. And some days it feels like it works and some days it doesn't. So I don't know. It's tolerable. It doesn't stop me.
But you're taking it easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're taking it easy.
I am. I'm letting
I hear a donkey.
I did hear a donkey.
You think that's Snow White?
I don't know. Snow White hollered at me today. He saw me.
They probably hear it.
They saw me walking up
Snow
there.
White hollered at you?
Yeah.
Y'all, he is an attention-wanting donkey.
Oh, man.
If you saw my video, you know I was about to brush his Pocket, and I got interrupted. And
oh, man.
You know what? We didn't tell people this. It was Sunday morning when we headed out with the trailer to go try to rescue the donkey and the emu. Across the street at Mr. Butch's pasture. We saw a calf that had just been born.
Oh, we did.
So Snow White is in the right place because he's there to guard
That's right.
him and Tripod and the baby, as I call it.
The baby.
Yeah, Snow White. He's the boss, though. He's the one that says, "Hey, come over here. I want to visit with you." And those three, Snow White and Tripod, stay together a good bit,
Yeah.
but they're not like Honey and Jesse.
No.
You're not going to see Honey without Jesse and vice versa.
Yeah, Honey and Jesse are like peaches in pocket.
That's right.
They really are.
That's right.
They really, really are.
They are a good pair.
They are a good pair. I'm glad that worked out good for Jesse.
It did. It did. I mean, while Jesse was good with the goats, it's better with one of her kind. And the same with Nugget. You know, we didn't ask for what happened to Goldie to ever come about. I mean, Goldie lost her mate, and we were immediately contacted and said, if you can't take her, we understand, but you're our first choice. So all this time we've been thinking that if we add another emu, then Nugget might be mean to us, or he might be not liking another emu.
Right.
But lo and behold, we did it under a situation that wasn't planned, and it worked out. Now, can you imagine one without the other?
I can't.
I mean, they absolutely love each other.
They do. They're close. Really, 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 really close.
The only time I get worried is when I see one without the other. And that's what happened.
Oh, the other day in my video. Remember I was videoing and we were walking up the road and we couldn't see. Well, you're talking about Goldie and Nugget. I'm talking about Jesse and Honey the other day.
Yeah, we got worried.
I got a little worried because I couldn't see Jessie, but she's just so short that she's on the other side of that porta hut. And then in your video, Goldie was walking around and there was no Nugget. Yeah,
that's right. And that always throws up a red flag when you see one without the other and they're always together. Then something's not right.
Something's up.
And that's when I realized that Goldie had laid more eggs because Nugget was nowhere to be seen.
Crazy.
So anyway.
I wrote something down here and I can't even read it.
Well, I told y'all on the live Saturday that I was going to start my new medicine, which I did. I gave myself my first injection Saturday after the live, and it stung a little bit, which I left it out of the refrigerator for the allotted time like I always do. But in the past, the other two have not stung like this, but I had no reaction to it whatsoever. My injection site's fine, and I feel fine. So not to say I'm feeling great. I'm about where I was, but no worse, if that makes sense. I don't expect it to work in 3 days, but I do expect it would have had an ill effect if it was going to. Now, reactions can happen at any time, but it's always a good feeling when you took something and you didn't have any kind of negative reaction. So all is well.
All is well.
And I will continue on. Next Saturday will be my next medicine.
That's right. And always get worried when you change up.
Yeah, Jason,
I asked you 500 times.
He would that I was moving mulch Saturday. Caden was here, and he would stop me on the tractor. You okay? You okay? You feeling okay? I was like, yes, I am fine.
Gotta make sure.
I am fine.
Gotta make sure.
So
the other day I was cleaning. Well, the day I cleaned the barn out.
Yes.
The day I cleaned the barn, I come this close of starting a live stream and clean the barn and talk to people and clean the barn and
what happened?
And I maybe say, I don't know, it just feels awkward. We do live streams here, and I make all the videos with her, but it just felt a little awkward. You thought
you'd make somebody mad?
I just thought people may be like, why is this guy streaming, cleaning the barn up and chit-chatting with everybody? But I think next time I'm going to do it.
Well,
I think next time if I'm doing something, cleaning the barn or something like that, I think I'm going to get on there and talk to some folks, and they may have some questions I can answer or whatnot, or I don't know, but.
Well, I said that I was going to sit and talk to the cats, and I never have.
Yeah.
But Jason showed me on my phone how to go live.
Yeah.
Now, whether I will remember what he told me, I don't know, but he showed me.
I showed you how to do it.
He
And
showed
that's
me.
also the other thing is that we're used to going live on the computer,
Yeah.
which is a program we got called StreamYard that handles everything. And that allows us to stream it on both Facebook pages, the YouTube channels, Twitter or X. I was doing it on Instagram, but it was too many steps for that anyways.
Yeah.
It was just got out anyways. But this would be like on the phone strictly. So I don't know what the comments look like. And since we're doing it on the phone,
We would be looking at the phone.
well, we could only do it on one platform at a time too, unless we got two phones. But then I think it may make it a little difficult. But I don't know. Chestnut Hill says it's a little harder to see. You can only see 4 or 5 comments when it's on your phone. But anyways, something we may tinker around with. We have no clue what we're doing on that.
Maybe we could borrow me across iPad
I wonder if it's the same way.
as a phone. I would
Yeah.
imagine because you can use phone service on it. You know, you can call out on
That's
it.
true. I don't know.
That's an
I
option.
don't know. Michael C. He said I need to go live when I'm watching football.
Oh no, he doesn't, Michael. No, he doesn't.
Oh.
No, not if his team's winning either. I was gonna say only if his team's winning, but that's not gonna happen.
That's probably
either.
worse than
That's
when I'm
worse.
losing.
Yeah, that's worse.
Oh my goodness.
Alabama season's over, so we're in the clear.
I got a bowl game.
Well,
It
you
didn't
know
go
what I
like
mean.
y'all as an Alabama fan. I'm watching the game. So for Alabama to have gotten in the playoffs, 2 things should have happened. SMU beat Clemson, or Clemson blow SMU out. That was the only way. If it was a tight game and super close and had to be just the craziest ending, then Alabama's out.
Yeah.
You couldn't have written up a game more crazier than that. That had to be, and it was a good game. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great game because I'm texting back and forth, mainly Nick in Chestnut Hills until he fell asleep on me. I'm texting Nick and Zach Head. That's my go-to, and Michael every now and then. I get Michael every now and then, but when I start getting real deep, Nick coaches football, and he starts telling me, so we're going back and forth there, but we're going back and forth, and I'm like, all right, Clemson's up by 17 points. I'm like, so we're pulling for Clemson now. We gotta be pulling for Clemson, and then the next thing you know, SMU ties the game up at the very end. So now we're pulling for SMU to win. So it's like a roller coaster.
What time was that?
Oh gosh, the game started at 7, but it went over to like 11:30.
What time did I get back?
I don't know what time you got back.
I think it was about 9, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
We missed all the drama that went on during the football.
That was a crazy game. And basically, if you missed it, SMU tied the game up. It's going to overtime because there was only 9 seconds left, pretty much. They kicked the ball off, and I don't know why they didn't kick along. That short kick never works. They kick the ball off. The boy gets it, runs it 49 yards, and then it's like a 57, 60-yard field goal attempt for a true freshman, and he nails it. So that was it. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But
I missed it all. I missed it
but
all.
it was a fun game. It was a fun game. Really fun.
Yep. I wasn't planning on going anywhere. That morning, I think I told y'all, you said what time was the game, and you said 7:30, and people said, well, Brooke, you'll be in the bed by then.
Yep.
And that was my plan. But me and Carl asked Mama if she wanted to go somewhere, and when she said yes, then I couldn't help but go, and we had fun.
You had fun. I think all the games are pretty good. The Texas-Georgia game was a pretty good game. The games were, but nothing was good as that one. That was a good game. That was a great game. Almost as good as the Georgia Tech game a few weeks ago. That was a game right there now. Whew.
So when are the championship games?
They will start, I think,
Saturday?
December 20th is when the playoffs start, if I'm not mistaken.
So
somewhere
are
around
there
there.
any games this week?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it
So
won't be. It'll be a
Caden can
couple
come
of
either
weeks.
day. That's all I need to know. What day can Caden
the
come?
Oregon and Penn State game was a good game, and Oregon kind of pulled away there at the end, but that was a good game. That was a good game. And then Oregon hasn't lost a game all year, wins their championship, and gets the number 1 seed in the playoffs. And it's like the worst seed they could possibly have because they got to play the winner of Tennessee and Texas. I mean, Tennessee and Ohio State.
Who does Texas play?
Texas plays like Indiana, maybe Notre Dame. I forget. It's all got, but
It's all
Oregon's got the hardest route to get to the championship game,
and they're number 1 seed.
They're the number 1 seed and been the best team pretty much all year. It's crazy. I hope they change it up. I think they will. They don't need to give the champion of the champion of
a disadvantage.
Well, they don't need to give them an automatic bye. They ought to rank the teams like they do in basketball. Rank the teams 1 through 12. That's the 12 teams that go in.
Like it used to be?
No, going to the playoffs. The top 12 teams are not going into playoffs. They're ranked totally different in the playoffs. It's crazy. It makes
Please
zero
make
sense.
the thumbs up so I act like I know what I'm talking about.
We got that cut off, I think.
We need to cut it back on.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jason? Oh, I know something.
What's that?
Okay. So if you are interested in a gift box, there are very few remaining. We were told to let you guys know that there's a limited quantity available. And not only that, but tomorrow is the cutoff day for it to be delivered by Christmas.
Yes.
You can still buy them after tomorrow.
That's right.
But it will not be guaranteed that it's going to get there by Christmas. So we're supposed to tell y'all that.
Let you guys
so
know
we
that.
Are telling you that.
Yep.
And it's called the Coghill Crate. It's on our website, www.coghillfarm.com. And you'll see it. You'll see it.
That's right. You'll see it.
I almost forgot. We would have gotten in big trouble.
Yeah, we'd have got in big trouble. We'd have got scolded.
Yep.
So, the other live stream, we talked about toys, our favorite Christmas toys. And this one popped up on one of my little feeds. And I couldn't help but take a screenshot of it because this was one of the toys that my brother got that I love to play with. And that was, and I think he had this exact one, this racetrack right here, because it went up the wall and the car would go up the wall.
It couldn't have been a Hot Wheel.
And back around.
Because how would it not fall over?
No, it's got like a little magnet that holds it.
Oh, okay.
And it had the loop-de-loop right there. And this one says, as seen on TV, had a $5 rebate.
Huh.
I don't know how much it was. But I remember playing this. Oh my gosh. He had this that I love playing and Stompers. He had Stompers. And I love playing with his Stompers.
What is Stompers?
Stompers was a little truck. And it was like a four-wheel drive truck. And they had like a little track you could have on it too. But you could put like books or whatever and had these real soft, foamy wheels. But they're like mud tires. And you just press the button. The headlights worked on it.
I bet you didn't play with him while he was home.
Probably didn't.
You waited till he left.
I probably didn't. But the Stompers were awesome.
And I bet you put it right back where you got it, too, so he wouldn't know that you had played with it.
My brother was the typical big brother. I can tell y'all. The typical big brother. And he's 7 years older than me, too.
So that's why I said you put it back in its place.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't want you to know that you had messed with it. Well, can you believe it's been almost an hour?
Ain't that something?
It has been almost an hour, and it is Tuesday, so you know what we're going to say. What is for supper?
Before that,
okay.
I want to let people know that are Instagram fans that you're wanting an Instagram account. You don't have one.
I don't have one.
So
I don't know how to work it. I don't know anything about it.
So I'm going to get Brooke an Instagram account. So if you're an Instagram fan, be on the lookout for that. And y'all follow Brooke on Instagram. And I'll let you guys know exactly when it comes out.
Yes, because there are certain things that Jason and Mary Carl talk about that are on Instagram, and I can't see it.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to connect with Instagrammers.
There you go. So what's for supper?
What's for supper? What are you seeing?
I'm seeing tacos. I'm seeing meatloaf. Um, I saw somebody said I ought to let a bee sting my elbow. Michael Key. Oh, Michael Key. He has been bragging about this potato soup he's made.
He did he make it in his Instapot?
I don't know.
Did he ever get an Instapot?
I don't think Michael got an Instapot, but he's been talking about it. He talked to me and Ryan about it in our group text last
soup.
night.
I bet Ryan's gonna come back with a comeback. Have you ever had my gumbo? I've never had Ryan's gumbo, but I hear it's very good.
He's proud of his gumbo.
He's proud of his gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm having something similar to those two, but it's a little bit different. That is chili.
Chili. Hey, remind me to get some cilantro.
Okay. Yeah,
chili.
right.
Our garden has not been affected whatsoever by the
cool
temps.
It may be that it's shielded from the house is shielding it from the.
But out yonder, the garden looks good too. So
yeah, it does.
Looks good. Boy, everybody's having some good suppers
I see
tonight.
Lots of soups. You know, it's season. It's the season for chili.
Chili and rice.
Soup. Yeah.
I've never had chili and rice. That sounds like a great combination.
It does, doesn't it? However, our chili is leftover from last night, and I am not going to cook any rice to go with it tonight. Crock pot for Michael. That's the best, Michael. Crock pot.
You know, I like a really good grilled cheese with chili.
I can handle that, but I don't want to have to cook rice.
I knew somebody that they would like peanut butter and jelly with their chili.
Huh.
Their mama would make a peanut butter jelly sandwich when they had chili.
You know, that kind of sounds like lunchroom. You know, the lunchroom at school may have offered you a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
Ooh, somebody's having chili and jalapeno cornbread.
That sounds delicious.
Speaking of cornbread, you tinker around with something last night called something biscuits.
Yes, and it was very good biscuits. So much so.
Easy biscuits. Homemade biscuits that are super easy. How about that?
These were so easy that Jason encouraged me to make them on my channel.
Yeah, we're going to do a video on them.
To show y'all how easy it was.
Mm-hmm.
When he took his first bite, he said, "What is this? Was it hard to make?"
Mm-hmm.
He was editing at the time. "How did you do this?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "It was easy."
Mm.
He said, "You mean you just did this just now?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he wants me to share with y'all the easy biscuits.
Easy biscuits. We're going to do it. Somebody asked, what Beanie Baby is this? This is the state of Alabama.
Its head's cut off a little bit, but
he's a little slumped this morning or this afternoon or this evening, I should say.
Yeah, this evening. Well,
somebody gifted that to us. Somebody gifted that to us when we were living in the camper.
Yep.
And this live stream was in the camper.
That's right.
And we had a window behind us, and somebody gifted us this, and I sat it back there, and it became a thing.
It's just been a staple ever since.
So when we moved in here, I didn't have it. And everybody's like, "Where's the Alabama Beanie Baby?" So that's why he gets to sit up here.
He gets to sit up
That's
here.
right.
And we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can't wait. You can't wait. I've got the ingredients to make it. I might do that for Thursday.
Okay.
Because I don't have any plans of anything to do.
Open face sloppy joes. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That just caught my eye.
That's okay.
Yep. Just caught my eye.
Well, that chili's going to be good tonight. Mm-hmm. Leftover. Probably even more flavorful than it was last night.
Cabbage soup. I don't think I've ever had cabbage soup.
No.
Maybe something we have to
tinker around with.
Because we'll have some cabbages.
That's right. Everybody's supper sounds very good.
It does sound good.
Yes, I need to know, Brooke. Yes, I need to know, Brooke. Okay.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And it's something that you could eat anytime. It really wasn't meant to go with chili, I don't think.
But you could use it for anything.
But it worked.
Mm-hmm.
It worked. I mean, you could have this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Yep.
Easy.
And it's
super easy.
It's a little different than what you think of, but it is. It's just as good as regular
And we're not
biscuits.
trying to tease you. It's just that it's so easy. We want to show you how to do it.
Absolutely.
Simple. Very simple.
Everybody says cabbage soup is good.
Huh.
I've never had it.
I don't think I have either, Jason.
Miss Wanda's having lobster rolls, Brooke.
Oh, Wanda. I miss Maine. I was there for a whole 4 days and I miss Maine.
Oh, man.
That lobster was so good.
So
good. If I lived somewhere like that lobster was plentiful and inexpensive, it would be a very big part of my diet. I'm a seafood fan.
Yeah, me too.
I really am. I like all kind of fish.
Asparagus soup.
Interesting.
Never heard of that.
I asked Jason the other day, did his mama fix asparagus when he was little? Because I can remember it being a pretty big staple at our supper table. And you didn't have it very often, did you? But it's something that I really got to where I did not like very much because we had it so often.
I can tell you as a child, I would have never eaten asparagus.
But
whatsoever.
Now you like it.
Oh, I love asparagus. Somebody wanted to know the ingredients to the biscuits. It's nothing crazy.
No, it's buttermilk, butter, flour, baking powder, and sugar.
That's it.
And it's a very small amount of sugar, like a tablespoon. You could leave it out, I'm sure. But all-purpose flour because you add the baking soda. Yep. Baking powder, Baking powder.
There you go. So it's nothing crazy.
I think I could tell you the whole recipe.
Don't do it. You'll mess something up. We have to go back and...
Okay.
Go back and fix it.
Yeah. This would be off making it one time. My memory doesn't work good for making it 50 times, much less one time.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So long video coming out tomorrow. Don't forget to sit down and get your breakfast and lunch ready. Pack your lunch so in case you don't finish your breakfast, you'll have.
I wish I could say their username, but they said when I see food, I eat it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh me.
That's a good one.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right. Well, Jason's gonna sit with y'all throughout the night, it seems. And I'm gonna go warm some chili up.
I gotta go upload my video.
You do. You do.
Well, in the meantime,
Lester's time or Jamie's timeout Tuesday is waiting for us to finish. So.
Yeah, we might get in trouble.
We might.
They don't care. We love them guys.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Y'all have a great supper. And in the meantime, y'all be good.